What's going on, everyone? Nathan's MRE, and today we have a very interesting ration. I'll tell you a quick backstory about this guy. Well, I was ordering something else, a different ration, and they sent me the wrong one. Sent me this one. I'm not a big fan of these Russian rations. This is the 2017 model. This has the nasty Tashanka, the beef that's all bits and pieces. It's just generally not a very good ration. Is this the worst Russian ration they've produced? Probably. This one is unknown. It come from an unknown seller. This is be out of date in just a few weeks. Production of 11/5/2017 and an expiration of 9/15/2019. What's in it, I don't really know. The packaging is pretty loose. That's not a good sign. Let's see. I mean, hopefully nothing's exploded. We got the old knife back. A lot of you guys making fun of me and my shortcomings of my little knife. So let's go ahead and slice it open and see what's inside. Now, this is a true Russian ration. This is a 24-hour ration. So it will have 3 entrees in it. Looks good so far. Oh, I can smell something, but I think it's fuel tabs. Interesting. We have the plum bar. It's a little bit different packaging than what we're used to seeing. We have some apple jam. That's kind of the funkier apple jam. 3 packs of sugar. Might be more in here somewhere. Some really fishy. Oh yeah. Some really fishy fuel tabs in our little Esbit stove. We have, I believe this is raspberry or currant. I'll have to translate it here in 1 second. Let's go and grab that real quick. Alright, so this is raspberry, not currant. Here we have meat pate. What is this, pork or what is this? This is, I don't know. We'll come back to it. Vegetable caviar. Ragu. Yep. We have 2 packs of crackers. We'll see. These are probably stale as hell. But you never know. Here we have a beef stew. Translator's a little funky. Almost got busted open. Look at that. Green pea meat with carrots. So that's basically like a stew also. Got some napkins. Looks like beans. There's kasha. Buckwheat porridge beef. Almost look like beans in a pitcher, but you never can tell. Water purification tabs and his own little baggie, which is interesting. We have 3 packs of moist towelettes. That's some coffee. 2 teas. I believe this is cheese. Melted cheese, fully sterilized. We have 3 spoons. We have our matches with a little striker. We have a pack of salt, a pack of pepper, and that is it, my friends. All right, real quick here, let's open these up. The kasha's first. This kasha's probably going to be pretty strong. Ooh, buddy, I don't know about that one. Looks greasy. That smells a little strong. It may not be too bad. And next up, I think it was the peas. The carrots and peas stew. Always got to roll these edges up, especially before you put them on the cooker, so the juice don't run all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, so this actually is green pea. Okay. Actually, it looks pretty good. It smells good. Get me a little more excited. I thought it was going to be a real nasty one. But it's actually not. It was from an unknown seller. Shady situation. Of course, as you know, it's hard to buy stuff anymore. Oh, yikes. And when you do, it's always a shifty situation. This one was no different. Okay, so this actually is labeled stew, but this is Tashanka. So this is actually good this is in here. This is usually what makes these really bad. This is what I was talking about. They actually got in trouble. I think the company that was producing this particular ration is no longer in business. I don't know if it was the whole ration they were producing or only this entree, but it was just like chopped up, real ultra low quality beef, and that's no different. Has some fat in there. We'll go and heat it up and try it. It's probably going to be pretty rough, though. All right, real quick, we'll go and mix up some drinks. I have some other updates for you guys real quick while we're making these up. The USDA video, I didn't say that clear enough, is back up. And we're talking to lawyers and police officers. That video, nothing on it was illegal. They sent me some nasty, nasty messages, like they're threatening me and stuff. If it was even them, you don't know. We put it back up. So go check that out. I'll put a link at the end of this video on the end screen where you go see that. And interesting drink. So yeah, in other news, I'm not eating any sugar. You all know I have very high blood pressure. This year I've had issues with that. And stuff actually has a really good smell to it. Very tart smell. And the last ones I had, those were really good. Anyhow, they checked me for diabetes and all that stuff. All my numbers were good. And I got to reading on the old internet, and a lot of people are saying that sugar has more effect on your blood pressure than salt. I was eating a lot of sugar. So now I've went to eating almost no sugar. We'll take a drink of this, but that's going to be all I want of this. You can have sugar from natural fruit, just not any added sugar. I'll tell you what here, before we do that, let's go ahead and moist towel it off the silverware here in our hands. So anyway, long story short, that's been 7 days ago. 6 days ago, maybe. And no blood pressure medicine, could not feel better. How's it going to work with the MRE stuff? Well, I've already got that covered. My cousin and uncle are flying in. And hopefully they could help me do some of the more sugary drinks and stuff for the channel here. So let's see. Okay, so all the entrees are done here. We'll go ahead and real quickly do the coffee. It feels maybe a little weird. Step it out, take a little look-see at it here. I've had a couple of those are bad, but this one is not that. Nice freeze-dried coffee. Nice dark roasted smell to it. So like I was saying, I think we have it covered. So you're probably definitely going to see a new face or faces on the channel coming up. A lot to come. There's a lot of other stuff going on I can't talk about for obvious reasons. But a lot of exciting stuff is going to happen. You probably figured that out. There we go. Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and do a tea. And this older white bag stuff, I think it's very close to the red bag stuff you get in the newer ones. If I remember correctly, and it smells very close to that also. So there's that. We'll throw that off to the side. And I think we're pretty much ready to start. Alright, we'll leave the Tashanka to the very last. It's It's the hot that's probably going to melt the tray. So stuff, it's still hot, but it shouldn't be any danger level. Okay, so this stuff doesn't really look to be that high of quality, maybe. It's kind of a ground up mess. Got a piece of tendon in it. It looks like it has, what is that? A piece of cabbage or a piece of onion, I'm not really quite sure. You can see little pieces of carrots. I think it's green peas. It's hard to tell. It's such kind of a goulash. Definitely green peas. The taste is all pea, let me tell you. Piece of meat. I think those are onions. But it's already salty. It doesn't taste bad. It's almost like it's overcooked somewhat. But I would say it's still awful hot to put on the table. I would give that an 8 out of 10. Maybe a 9 out of 10. It's not bad. Kasha, the buckwheat porridge. That stuff's pretty greasy. Holy cow, look at that. Pretty perfumey. Definitely it's still good. It is getting older though. It just has like a perfume taste to it. And buckwheat's like that once it gets some age on it. Like I said, it doesn't taste bad, but it's not particularly, it just kind of ruins the whole experience. It tastes old. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So far, the two mains, the peas were good. Buckwheat, I mean, it's not going to hurt you, but it's just weird. And next up, this baby is raging hot. The Tushonka. And it's just like pieces of meat. This is a lot more whole than a lot of them these years have. But it's just kind of like a weird situation with it's not a whole piece, right? A lot of them are chopped up almost like flat out hamburger. This one's not really that bad. It does have a nice taste to it. It's basically like roast, like a beef roast. And there's a piece of bay leaf right there. Something you don't want to do while eating your Tushonka is eat a big slab of bay leaf. And I would say overall, you could taste the bay leaf in it. Bay leaf, salt, and pepper, and that's about it. A lot of guys say that you get onion or garlic taste in it. A big piece of gelatinous fat hanging off the side there. I don't pick up any onion at all in this whatsoever. There we go. Let's go for this one. Very hot. I mean, overall, that's not bad, Tushonka. That's actually pretty good. I've had some that were just horrifying. And, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things. You never know what you're going to get into. Let's try some of the cheese here. We'll go and open this bad boy up. Got a tab right there. And this is a flat out white cheese. And we'll just take a scoop of it here. You can see it's pretty pliable. It's actually not bad at all. It's actually very good. And we'll take a scoop of this. And maybe we'll get some of the old pea soup here. And shovel this up in there. Something like that. and see how that is. As the peas cool off, the onion taste is pretty harsh on it. I mean, to be honest, I really thought this was going to be this wretched meal, and it's really not. And next we have the vegetable caviar, vegetable pate, basically ground up vegetables, and should be interesting. There's many different variants of this. These are in almost every Russian ration. You gotta be very careful. This is actually different. This is not the pate. This is actually like chopped vegetables. That's interesting. Look at that. Take a smell for you. Just take a big bite out of it. It smells like salsa. Huh. It tastes like salsa. That's actually the best vegetable pate I've ever had. Interesting. Look at that. It's got, is that a piece of potato in there? It's actually very good. It's like a salsa, but no heat. Let's have a background taste of, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I have to think about that a little bit and get back to you guys. Let's get a cracker out. And the crackers, I don't know. I didn't have high hopes for this meal. So far, it's been pretty damn good. The crackers, are they good? Seemed like it. Smell good? They're a little bit stale, but as you would expect. Oh, that's no good. And this is, it looks more like of the lunch meat variety. Let's see here. No, I think it's just straight out pate. It just had a marbled look on top. It is a little bit different. It's a little more dry. It's like a combination between, I don't know. I think it just tastes more like the luncheon meat, like in a Czech ration, than does pate. Tell you what, that's not bad. That's actually pretty damn good. There we go. And let's try to double her up here. We get greedy and take a scoop of this on the backside. Look at that. There you go. Tell you what, that combination is pretty damn good. This is shaping up to be a pretty good ration. Other than Kasha being a little weird, but you gotta expect that just because of age. And here's what I shouldn't take a drink at all of, because all the damn sugar in it. We'll take a tiny little sip of it. How about that? There's a lot. I can see the sugar floating around. Very tart smell to it. And it does have a raspberry taste, but it's tart, almost like currant also. That's a nice drink. Fortunately, I can't drink any more of it. My mom's going to be down here in a little bit. Over here, you guys, I don't live in my mom's basement. I live next door to her. Jesus Christ. The last time I said that, everybody's like, oh, you troll, live in your mom's basement. Well, my mom doesn't even have a basement, so I don't live in my mom's basement. That clears that up. Let's go ahead and notch this. Well, she has a basement, but you wouldn't want to live in it. It's like more of a rock dungeon than a concrete basement. All right, so let's go and try this. Now, I'm not going to eat much of this either, even though I love the Russian. This is apple jam, I think, and not the actual apple butter. The apple butter versions are more like apple sauce that's dark, and this should be like an actual jam. Well, I was mistaken. This is the butter. And you can see it looks like applesauce, right? Oh, it's probably hard to tell on camera. Wow. I'm not eating any sugar. That's like mega sweet. I don't know what the added sugar is in that. There's nothing written on it. So I gotta be careful with all that stuff. I don't want to break my good streak here. Take a sip of the tea. Probably need to pull a tea bag here any second. Oh yeah. Very mild, very nice flavor. The Russian tea is always a winner. Coffee. Mild, not bitter, not acidic. Very, very nice. The plum bar, I like these plum bars. A lot of guys don't like these. They are actually very good. Let's see if this one's any good. You always got to check these all over. I was eating one that one time on camera and it had mold on the bottom side of it. We're just going to go ahead and clip off a small piece here because I don't want to overdo it. Look at that. Plum, it's got a few little, I don't know what kind of nuts there are. Hazelnuts maybe. Plum bar is absolutely amazing. Very mild. A little bit on the chewy side. No offensive taste to it. Very, very nice. So that's going to be all for this ration, guys. Was it the worst Russian ration I've ever had? No, actually it wasn't. Have I had these green bag rations like this before that were? Yes, I have. So if we got a different, we got a later production date in the year, maybe the problems were fixed by then. I don't know. Overall, I would rank this ration, I would say 8.5 out of 10. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back very soon with another video. We'll see y'all later.